What is up, nerds? UEAKCrash here. I am sorry I haven't made any videos in a while. This is one of the things I've been doing instead of making videos. This is a new payload map that I've started pretty recently. Past few months I've been working on it on and off. It is currently called Payload Prep Up, which is just a working title. It's kind of poking fun at somebody. I'll probably explain it in the comments below if anybody asks. But it's a map that I'm pretty excited about. I think it's got a lot of potential. My very first test with it went really well. I've been kind of refining and tweaking things. This version I pretty recently tested and had a few more things that I had changed on it, but let's give you a quick tour. Blue starts in here underneath, and you have the option of going up and out the front here or around the back. I was kind of thinking about making this sort of like a ship or some sort of, I don't know, I might just end up making it a building. I kind of wanted to do a beach landing type situation. I have a habit of wanting to do that with my payload maps. If you've seen Sub-Zero, my old map UEAKCrash did it. I'm really fascinated with coming off of a ship into water or over water, and pushing a payload cart out of there. So I don't know why I've been hooked on it, but I just want to do it. So just shut up and let me do it. So anyway, you push up here. Whoops, let's go over this side. Blue can also come out of this side here. This actually acts as a forward spawn after you capture the first point up here, which I thought was kind of cool. Not Frontier, Upward does that, where you spawn further back in the spawn room, and once you capture the first point, you spawn further forward in the spawn room, which I thought was a really neat way to use the same spawn room, but give a little bit more of an advantage to the attackers coming out. So anyway, you push up here. It's a very tight corridor. I'm looking to make some fun choke points without making them too demonic, and I think this works pretty well. There's some pretty brutal sight lines, but it's stuff I can work on. Anyway, you do have the option of going around this way, through the middle, or through this building here. And big old death pit, because I like my death pits. This is sort of experimental. I just threw some signs around and let people know what's going on. But super brutal choke point. You have the option of going up in this building or around this way. I'm kind of thinking maybe European, like seaside city is sort of the theme idea at the moment. It could go another way. I don't know yet. I'm trying to keep this pretty open-ended, but that's one of the ideas I've kept in mind. So I kind of have played around with some detailing and things here and there. You got the option to go up here around top, and you can see the next capture point is all the way right around the corner, which is not very far until you realize that the track loops all the way around and then up on top of the bridge. So you actually have to cross underneath the control point, loop back around, and then go back up. This area I'm pretty happy with. I really like the combat, how it works, and how everything plays out in this area. There's a few little tweaks, a few minor gameplay things that need to change. But it's an A3. For an A3, this map plays wonderful, and I'm very excited about it. So you can either go straight through here, which is just a death corridor. It's pretty hilarious. Or you can go up through this building here, and it gives you a little bit of height advantage right next to the point. There's been some really interesting gameplay coming out of this. Just the shapes that are featured here. I really like this area. Red's first spawn is actually in here. So they can come out down here or come out up top here, and they always have the point in sight as they're coming out, for the most part. There's also a one-way door in this building over here that comes out around this side. So it's sort of cool how you push through and this corner sort of becomes blue territory as they're pushing up. And then once they capture, this is their forward spawn coming out, which gives them a nice height advantage. Any red team that's still straggling has a pretty big disadvantage, and they need to push back. So it cuts through. This is sort of like a warehouse type building is what I was thinking for detailing. I'm really amused that you can actually get inside this crate and hide if you're sneaky. There's also the route that goes down underneath, sort of like a parking garage type deal going on in here. And you can also go up, and that connects back behind. And you push through here in the center, and the second to last capture zone is right there. Got this little building in here to give you some height advantage, and there's a whole big back area that gives you a whole nother zone to kind of fight in, and it sort of creates like two different fighting areas while you're playing. There's the people trying to push down here, and then you're trying to also push up here to get the higher ground and prevent them from raining down on the cart that's pushing forward. This area plays pretty well too. I think the big issue right now is health and ammo placement. But after the second to last point, obviously this comes to the last point. So you push up here, up through this hill, and to the finale. I don't have the bomb dropping off. I'm kind of thinking about doing something different with mine where it just detonates right now. But you'll see a cool idea that I have that I think will be really fun. And you know me, you know I like my crazy ideas. After you capture this point, these two big doors open up, which opens up a whole new route up here. These are both one-way doors, which allows you to have a little bit of height advantage over this last area. Or you can come through here, have cover, and come through to this whole back area here with more death pit. Lots of death pit. And this actually comes out right next to the final capture. And it also lets you cross over, jumping on this bucket and on top of the little structure above the point. It lets you cross over to Red's final capture zone here. And I'm really happy with how this plays out for the most part. There's a few minor issues. I had some scaling problems right away. I widened this out quite a bit. This was super tight. Like, basically, from where this wall is, I had this wall. So everything was pushed over. There's a little bit of balcony going over this, and it was just a mess. So I widened this out for the last version, and it plays a lot better. Health and ammo, again, is another big problem. Real quick, actually, I should explain. Coming out of Red spawn, before they capture the second to last point, you spawn this way, and you can come out this door here, and capture here. This is a brutal choke point. This is a big problem I'm having right now in this test, is that here is just death tunnel. And you have to push out straight here, or you have to go through here, which is right next to it. Or you can try to scramble and go over here, which gets you behind, but it's not real obvious that this is here yet. So I need to make sure I point this out better. I actually just got an idea explaining this. Awesome! So anyway, you push this out. After they capture that point, your spawns change, and you start facing to the right. This door locks, and you get a little red do not enter kind of sign pops up on that door, and it no longer opens. And you're forced to come out this way, and you have the option of going out lower here, which is right next to the cart track, or upper here, which is over the cart track, lets you cross over there, gives you the access to this kind of like back alley sort of area, and just gives you height advantage over it in general. Or there is, what I like, is this drop down right here, which sort of drops you in like a pretty good place for an engineer nest. You could throw a sentry gun here, and it does a pretty good job covering, but you can pretty easily get spammed out of it as well. But it does cover like all the way back here, which is really nice. And I'm really amused with drop downs out of spawn for some reason. The Barn Blitz has that slide, and that is probably one of my favorite things in a spawn room ever, is that slide. I'm really easily amused, but I like it. So anyway, this is Payload Prep Up. This is the big project I've been working on lately. I'm hoping to move really fast with this, and I'm thinking about going back into my changelog style of updates. I'm a little bit behind because I planned on doing it right from the start of this, and I'm already on A3. But this map is progressing really fast, and I'm hoping to be able to show you guys my thoughts on what I changed, why I changed them, and start just doing my changelog videos like I did back with Blastworks again, because I like doing those, and I think they were really informative to not only people who want to play the map, but people who are trying to develop their own map and seeing what I'm doing with mine and why I'm making those decisions. So anyway, this is not up on the workshop yet. I don't plan on doing it until at least probably mid-beta. But if you're interested in downloading it, check out the link below. I have a link to my TF2 Maps thread, and give it a download, give it a run around, let me know what you think. I will actually have this map running probably 24/7. I'll see what I can do on Crash's House of Nerds, which I haven't actually talked about on this channel yet, but I do have a server. It's running a bunch of my maps. I will have this one going most likely non-stop. So if you want to check it out, go to the IP address in the description below. It'll automatically download if you join there, or you can download it and check out screenshots and all that fun stuff. on my TF2 Maps thread. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you're excited about this. Let me know if you think it's dumb and you want me to stop making maps because I'm a terrible person and that doesn't sound cool. Don't let me know that. Never mind. I changed my mind. Don't do that, please.